Thank you for joining me today here at Narc Free. This is Cree, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you. So today I am going to speak on, do narcs love their children? Some of you are going to be taken back just a little bit with what I'm going to say, so I want you to be sitting down when you hear this. If you are dealing with a person that has narcissistic personality disorder, I'm not talking about someone who has highly narcissistic traits. I'm talking about someone who has the disorder in the DSM-5. They would qualify for 5 out of the 9 traits that would cause them to have narcissistic personality disorder. This is going to shock some of you because in our world, we believe when you have children, you're supposed to love those children. Today, what I am going to tell you is going to be the total opposite, and I will be able to explain to you why that is. They don't love their children, first of all, and they don't love their children because they don't love themselves. Remember now, they're using the false self. Their self is gone. So they don't even love their own true self, the person that they were made to be. They didn't love you. You can tell by your treatments, and the disorder does not allow them to self-reflect and look at their self to see how they're treating you. And if they did, they wouldn't care how they were treating you. They are selfish and greedy and entitled. And this doesn't stop with you and the way they handle family members or other people or people on their job. This goes on and trickles down onto their own flesh and blood, their children. No one is safe with the narcissist, okay? So if they didn't love themselves and they don't love you, they have not the capacity to love their children, all right? Now, I'm also going to give you some examples of how you can tell this for sure. Your words and your actions should line up. And we're going to come for these narcissists and sound the alarm on them and disarm them, because with narcissists, one way you can tell that they are a narcissist is because their words and their actions won't line up. So with their children, here's some of the examples that I am privy to, so I know that these things happen because they have happened to me. So they'll say they love their children, but they will do no homework with them. Some of you may have found that the teacher will send a packet home for the week, and your narc gets them one night a week, and so that they can feel like they're part of the child's life. Maybe in that whole packet of 10 or 15 pages, you leave them 2 pages so that they can do some homework with their child, but they can't even do 2 pages. Why? Because they don't care, because they don't love their children. Some of you are going to find that they're leaving your children at home while they go to the store. And your children are telling you this. Now, I don't know normal, sane people that leave 3-year-olds and 5-year-olds at home while they go around the corner to the store. I'm sorry, but children can get into anything, and that is not sane behavior. They may be whispering in your child's ear that you don't love them so that they can get into their subconscious while they are sleeping and tell them horrible things about you to disparage your name and cause that child to not like you. At least that's what they're going to try to do. But you guys just hold on. Don't get in fear about the things that I'm saying to you, okay? I'm just giving you some examples of things that can happen. You guys will notice on one of my videos that I recently did, Children with the Narcissist. If you've divorced or discarded a narcissist, I'll leave that link down below. In there, I talk about a teddy bear incident that happens at the end of the video. I recommend you listening to that video also. They will gaslight your children. And I don't know anyone that's sane that gaslights their own children. And I'm going to give you an example of what that looks like. So they have a new supply, and they tell the children that the new supply is the nanny, all right? And they tell you that this person is the nanny. Now, previously, they weren't able to keep any nannies, all right? Nannies came and went every other day so that they could keep you from speaking to your children, because they'll say to you, hey, I'd have to give you a new phone number each day that I have the children because I have a different nanny every day. But now this current nanny they've had for 2, 3, 4 years, okay? But this is just the nanny. The nanny's furniture is at their home. The nanny's cat is at their home. There's a lot of things about this nanny that don't sound like a regular nanny, all right? The narc is at the nanny's home, eating at their table when you're FaceTiming your kids, okay? These things are not normal. So they are actually lying to their own children. And for the most part, people try to teach their children not to lie, but they're actually deceiving their children. And the way you know that the children are being gaslit is because the children believe that this is the babysitter, and they never talk about the babysitter. Now, you're not supposed to ask in court. They tell you, don't ask what goes on at the other person's house. But obviously, if someone has been keeping your children for years, you would think that they would come home and say something about this person, but they don't. And they don't because they're being gaslit by the parents. Okay. So sane people that love their kids don't gaslight their kids. They don't lie to their kids. They don't teach their kids to lie. Now, I'm not talking about someone that is telling their children that the tooth fairy is real, or that, there is a Santa Claus. That's just something that that people tend to do because it's what your family did and it's tradition. I am talking about outright lies. Okay. So the other example that to me, this seems emotionally harmful is my daughter has mixed girls' hair, and between the narc and the nanny, 2 adult people, they will not fix my child's hair. So they'll let it get where it's starting to get locked up. And so when they send her back to me, then I become the horrible parent who has to get this hair loose. Okay. And so obviously she's going to be crying, and obviously this is not going to be a good experience. She has been sent to school with part down the middle, with one ponytail up but almost down, and the other ponytail all the way down, flying loose. Now I have asked the nanny. I sent a text because I've never met the nanny. This is the other thing. You don't meet the nanny when you're dealing with the narcissist, because everything is deceptive, and because she's not the nanny. That's why you're not going to meet the nanny, because she's not the nanny. All right. So I have texted the nanny and said to her, hey, I feel like this affects my child in a negative way emotionally. She's going to school and her hair is not done. Can I pay you? What can I do so that the nights when she's with you and the narc, well, I didn't say the narc, but you obviously know what I mean, that her hair can get fixed. What is it that I can do to help you to do this? She tells me that, she didn't think I wanted her to do her hair. The narc probably told her that. And that she would make sure that she did it. Well, she did it maybe 2 times. So when I'm talking about a 2-year period, my child's hair was probably done 4 times, and 2 of those times were during holidays when there was an extended period that the children were there. I'm just giving you some examples. So I'm just going to keep this real with you all and be transparent with you, because these kinds of things are harming to the child. Now, some of you are wanting to know why this is that someone would do something like this. And I can explain that also. They need the children as fuel, just like they needed you as fuel, just like they need that side dude at their job or that side chick at their job. and anybody else they see. They need the children for fuel. And for those of you who all are familiar with HG Tutor, and for those of you who are not, I'm going to leave a link below in the description box for his book called Fuel, which is an excellent resource for you to understand how narcissists operate and why they need fuel and why they will even use their children. And it's an excellent read, so I'll leave it below. Okay, and I want to leave you all with some type of encouragement. I don't want to just put all this bad out there and not leave you with something good. You guys, you know, the things that the narcissist does that are very evil and very manipulative, don't think for one moment that they have any power, though. The illusion is that they have power. So when they do these kinds of things, they know that it's going to be upsetting to you. Okay, so what you need to do is take your power back. This is something I do, and maybe it will help you. I wrote this down and I put it on a little index card in my car. I write it on my mirror in my bathroom, and I write, "Great is the peace of my children." I refuse to, and I suggest that you refuse to allow the narcissist the power and authority to just come in and wreak havoc in your life and wreak havoc with your children. You have to know that there's seed time and harvest. So when people do bad things come back to them. And when they do good things come back. So whatever needs to happen for that narcissist to leave your children alone and for you to have a happy life, then that's what needs to happen. So think on some good things. Think on that you are making it through this, or you have made it through this. And even though things are bad, they're going to get better. Okay. And I am a living testimony to that. Document everything that has happened so you can use it later on. Do not let the narcissist get under your skin. Remember, great is the peace of your children. Go ahead and protect your babies, and, have a good day. Don't let the narcissist get you down. These are just examples of things that they're gonna do, but you don't have to submit to getting depressed and feeling all overwhelmed because you have a foolish person in the midst of you. Just rise above it. Take care of your children. Your children will know that they have a healthy parent. Children know when they're dealing with someone who is not right. All right. They know, and they will start to tell you that they know without you asking. I promise you, just hold on. I promise you that they will tell you. You won't have to tell them, baby, because they're going to tell you. So I thank you for joining me today here at Narc Free. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll leave you some resources down in the comments. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, my beautiful people. Stay